They said he couldn't rise. They said his limit was set. But inside the iron jungle, under the fluorescent lights and the echo of plates crashing to the floor, Derek Lunsford built a truth that silenced the noise forever. A truth written not with words, but with sweat, with pain, with the relentless echo of a heart that refused to quit. Because in this world, strength isn't given, it's carved, one rep at a time, one drop of sweat at a time, one scream that breaks the silence of doubt. Every champion has a voice inside that whispers, "Stop," and every legend has one that roars, "Go." And Derek's roar was louder than his fear, louder than his fatigue, louder than the world itself, because in the gym, under the bar, there's no applause, no spotlight, just the raw sound of struggle, the smell of effort, and the feeling of becoming something no one believed you could be. He wasn't chasing trophies. He was chasing evolution, a transformation that can't be measured by medals but by the reflection in the mirror that says, "You didn't give up." The gym became his battlefield, and every set was a war between who he was and who he wanted to be. Every rep a reminder that weakness only exists if you feed it, that pain is not punishment, it's progress disguised as resistance. He knew that muscles are built not just from lifting weights, but from lifting yourself when no one else believes you can. He understood that champions are not born, they're built in silence, forged in darkness, where the only light comes from the fire inside. Every ounce of energy he spent became a brick in the temple of his greatness. Every drop of sweat became a mark of destiny. Every failure became a teacher whispering, "You're not done yet." Derek Lunsford isn't just a name, he's a mindset, a living symbol of what happens when obsession meets purpose, when discipline becomes religion, when hunger becomes unbreakable. The gym is his cathedral, the iron is his prayer, and every rep is a conversation with the divine, asking for nothing but the strength to push further, to suffer more, to become unstoppable. He doesn't lift for attention. He lifts to silence the chaos within, to find peace in the pain, to master the art of self-conquest, because that's what bodybuilding truly is, the conquest of the self, the transformation of will into flesh, of dreams into reality. The mirror doesn't lie. It shows the truth of your commitment, the honesty of your grind, the story your soul is writing in muscle and motion. Derek's story isn't about glory, it's about grit. It's about showing up when your body begs you to quit, about walking into the gym when your mind tells you you've done enough, about being relentless when no one's watching, because that's where champions are born. In the unseen hours, in the lonely reps, in the quiet battles between comfort and greatness. He knew that success doesn't come from motivation, it comes from discipline, from doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not, from embracing pain as part of the process, from learning that the body obeys the mind when the mind becomes unbreakable. He became the kind of man who doesn't need validation, because the iron never lies. It gives back only what you earn. His transformation was a rebellion against mediocrity, a statement that effort still matters, that hard work still wins, that in a world of shortcuts and excuses, there's still something sacred about the grind. He became proof that if you want to change your life, you don't need luck, you need consistency, you need hunger, you need faith in your work, and the courage to keep going long after the motivation dies. Because motivation fades, but purpose doesn't. And Derek's purpose was carved into every set, every rep, every failure that became fuel. He became the embodiment of persistence, the walking proof that what separates winners from dreamers is not talent, it's toughness. He showed the world that greatness isn't some distant dream. It's the result of daily decisions to keep showing up. Every morning, every workout, every meal was a choice to move closer to the impossible. And he made those choices without hesitation, without complaint, without excuse. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He created them through action. He turned every no into a reason to go harder, every doubt into fire, every obstacle into opportunity. Because in the gym, there are no lies, just truth, resistance, and the will to overcome. The iron doesn't care who you are, it only respects effort. And Derek gave everything, because he knew that real progress doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in chaos. When your lungs burn, your muscles scream, and your mind says, enough. That's where transformation lives. He found beauty in that pain, meaning in that struggle, and peace in that discipline. His life became a sermon for every dreamer, every underdog, every kid standing in front of a mirror wondering if they're enough. Derek's answer was simple. You are, but only if you fight for it. Only if you push beyond fear, beyond fatigue, beyond failure. The world doesn't owe you greatness. You have to build it rep by rep, day by day, until the man in the mirror nods back with pride. And when you finally reach that point, when your sweat has written your story and your scars become your signature, you'll understand what he always knew. That bodybuilding isn't about building a body, it's about building belief. It's about realizing that the real weight isn't on the bar, it's in your mind. And the moment you conquer that, you become limitless. Derek Lunsford proved that it's not about being the biggest, it's about being the most relentless. He showed that you don't need to be born gifted, you just need to be born willing. Willing to fail, to bleed, to suffer, and to rise again until the world remembers your name, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. So if you're sitting there, wondering if you can make it, if you can change, if you can rise, listen carefully. The gym is waiting, the iron is listening, and your destiny is watching. Don't wait for motivation, create it. Don't wait for permission, take it. Don't wish for it, work for it. Because somewhere out there, Derek Lunsford is still grinding, still pushing, still proving that greatness is not a destination, it's a decision. And now it's your turn to decide. Are you ready to suffer for your goals, to outlast your excuses, to outwork your limits? Because if you are, then welcome to the grind, welcome to the pain, welcome to the brotherhood of those who never stop. This is more than lifting. It's living. It's war. It's art. It's purpose. This is what champions are made of. This is what legends look like when they sweat. And if you're ready to join that journey, to embrace that fire, then there's only one thing left to do. Stand tall, lift heavy, and never forget to subscribe to Muscle Craze, where strength has a voice and every rep tells a story.